What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Auto Auction Rebuilds. We are back with my 2024 Dodge Charger, the electric variety Scat Pack. And I came out today to take it to the dealership. Wasn't even making a video about it because it's something so stupid, it's not even worth making a video over. My passenger side window is out of adjustment and the window regulator is defective from the factory. So they got a new regulator in. They wanted to get the car down there to install the regulator, retint the window because it got scratched, and make the adjustment to the window so that it doesn't make the hissing noises anymore. And that was it. Well, I got the new software update on this, by the way. This was just updated, and I've put about, I don't know, 600-700 miles on it since the update, and I've had zero problems out of this car since updating it until today. Let's take a look, and I'll show you what's going on. So I got in the car. I didn't have my camera with me because, as I said, I wasn't filming today. I wasn't planning on making any videos on this car today at all. But the car had other plans. For the first time, I've experienced the car bricking itself. See, I opened the door, nothing comes on. Oh, there it goes. There it goes, okay. Let's see what happens. We already have a red charging light error. Oh, and it went away. But we also have this little monkey wrench red light error. Oh, and the charging error has returned. See, it just comes and goes. There it is right there. It's claiming there's some kind of a charging error, but I want you guys to see this. The car's not plugged in. There's literally nothing plugged into this car, so there shouldn't be any issue with charging, and you'll notice it's already at 100%. The car's fully charged, and it's ready to go. So let's fire it up. Everything should come to life. Where's the sound? The exhaust didn't make the sound. Service airbag system. Here we go. Service airbag. What else we got? Oh, we got the radio on. We have stop safely. Vehicle will shut off soon. Oh, that's good. Service active damping system. That's great. Service electronic stability control. That's also lovely. That's wonderful. Traffic sign assist unavailable. Service is required. Service electric vehicle system. Well, these are all wonderful, wonderful messages. We have a SOS call unavailable. Please visit an authorized dealer. So we're having issues with the radio. And let's see, we have a collision avoidance problem. We have a battery light. Oh, the radio just turned itself off. And the climate control also just disabled itself. We have traction control, we have a parking brake light, we have a charging light, we have an airbag light, and it says stop safely, vehicle will turn off soon, which means I can't drive this. Will it even move? Look at that, it's flashing, and it won't let me. No. I'm in drive, and it's just rolling. You put it in reverse. No. This car, even in reverse, it's going forwards. Because I'm on a slope, the car is rolling forwards. I'm hit. Oh, service power steering. That's a new one. Parking brake is temporarily unavailable. Oh, now we have an ABS light too. We also have a steering light now. The brake light is flashing. Oh, we've got all kinds of wonderful things. Service anti-lock brake system. And nothing here is working. Great. Does the window roll back up? No, my window doesn't work either. Power windows don't work either. It's like a massive... Oh, and there's the mileage is flashing. 2,712 miles. And this car will not move. Yo, my gauges just turned off. I put it in reverse. All the gauges just went black. There's nothing on the display anymore. Uh-oh. Is it even in park? I put it in park, but yeah, the whole car is now completely bricked and shut off. Everything is dead, except for the lights and a couple of dings. The entire car is now dead. Literally, guys. She was turned on. I mean, I can't... The car will not turn on anymore. Completely dead. And yes, my foot is on the brake. Listen. I'm pushing the button with my foot on the brake. This isn't for views, man. This is legit. I even brought a water, like I was ready to go. Ready to go. I guess it's good that this window is down because I don't know if the car is even going to let us in anymore. I guess it will. Okay. Well, this ought to be fun. Needless to say, I had an appointment with David Stanley, and I had to call them and let them know that, you know, the car has literally bricked itself in my driveway. So next I have to call a tow truck. They are going to pay to come pick up the car, obviously, and carry it back to the dealership. And at this point, I honestly have no idea what's next. So I was told to walk away from the car again and just come back and see if it's going to do anything. I think she's done, guys. I do. I think she's done. I've already called the tow truck, so at this point, it doesn't even matter anymore. Tow truck is on the way. So I was informed that this was an oversight by Stellantis. They did not install any place on the car to actually hook to tow it. So a car that literally breaks down every other week, there is no dedicated place for towing it. No tow hooks that you can install, nothing. You have to grab it by the lower control arms. You're talking about a car that weighs like 6,000 pounds, and they have nowhere to actually connect to pull it up onto a trailer. Let's see if it opens still. It does. That's good. Does anything come back on now that we walked away and came back? No, I don't think so. I think she's done. Ooh, there was a gurgling noise. I've never heard it do that before. All right, let's try it again. Fire in the hole. No. Bring the thunder. Bring the lightning. This is more like it. Does the horn work? The horn doesn't work. The horn's like the most basic thing on the... This is crazy. Oh, I can't put it in neutral anymore. Oh no. You can't put the car in neutral. Like, it's completely dead now. The doors work and that's it. Are you serious? Let me make sure I got the key on me. Maybe I forgot the key. That would, no, I got the key in my pocket. I bet the key fob doesn't work anymore either. Nah, key fob does nothing. You can't get into the hatch either. Dead. Everything's completely dead on this car except for the doors. So if I need to get into the back seat, does it still go forward? No, literally nothing. So I don't know how the tow truck is going to pick up this car because right now, this is all-wheel drive. She's in park. Guys, this thing isn't gonna roll. And McConnell's Towing is who's coming to pick it up. They actually told me this. I thought this was crazy. They told me this is the second one today that they've picked up. They said it's almost like Dodge turned the cars off today. He said he doesn't know what's going on. He said this is the second one today, and it's the same issue. So stay tuned. When the tow truck gets here, we'll come back and see if they can figure out how to get it on their trailer and get it down to the dealership. Okay, well, I've been speaking to a friend of mine who's a technician, kind of an expert on these cars, and Jordan Rose, big shout out to him. I'll put a link to his channel down below if you want to check him out. He's got all kinds of great videos on these cars and their problems and fixing them. He's doing a great job for all of the early adopters of the electric Dodge Charger. And he's got a video that tells you how to get into this thing because obviously it's totally bricked at this point. I don't even know if it's still gonna, well, the doors still work. I've walked away from this car for probably 20 or so minutes now. Let's see if it does. Yeah, it's not going to do anything. So getting into the frunk probably isn't going to happen. Nope, not at all. So this is where one of his videos came in real helpful because we need to be able to put this thing in neutral. Supposedly under here, oh, somebody's already been in here. Somebody's been in here before. This should not be, there's a screw right here. This should be locked. Somebody's been in here. This car's been bricked before. You pull this loop twice after dropping this down and it opens the frunk. Somebody's already been in here. Interesting. there would be no reason for you to need to use the emergency latch unless the car was completely dead at some point. This is your jump post. Down here, you've got to, what do you do? Just pull this, push it backwards, pull it forwards. There we go. Like this. Another one over here, another one right here, and then another one right here. And then this pops off, and you now have access to a positive jump post. All right, well, step 2, get your booster pack out. Because to me, I haven't gotten his opinion on it yet, but this seems like a low voltage problem to me. This doesn't seem like a high voltage problem. This seems like a 12 volt battery problem. And unfortunately, this car is notorious for the low voltage battery shorting out. Like internal, just an internal short failure, and you're done. So it's possible this all may just be from a defective battery that needs to be replaced. So here's the jump pack. Let's be very careful here. Ooh, wow. Okay, that was a big arc. Anyway, here's the video that I'm watching from Jordan Rose. I'm gonna just put it on pause because I think we've got it. Yeah, here we go. Everything's back. Yes, everything's back. There we go. There we go. Everything is, well, not everything. The radio, let's see if it'll start. Yes, it will. But the exhaust, the fake exhaust doesn't make noise anymore, but it does turn on. Do the windows work again? No. Oh, there it goes. Things are working. The radio came on, and then it went off. So, we still have a parking brake warning. Push, brake, and push start. I already did. There it is. There it is. Battery regeneration levels unavailable. What does that mean? The brake light is still flashing. The parking light is on. So she's on, but things are still not working completely. The radio is coming back to life. Okay, the climate control is working. Horn works again in the window. The window's working. Sort of. It's a little finicky. Will it go into gear now? Nope, I have a turtle. Vehicle speed may be limited with the turtle. I wonder if that's because the trunk is on. Does it go forward now? Ooh. The emergency brake is on. Can we turn it off? There we go. There we go. Yeah. And will it back up? Yes, it will. Okay, that's all I needed. I needed to be able to put the car in neutral or drive so the tow truck driver is able to pick this thing up. The mileage isn't blinking anymore. This is exactly what I was thinking. This seemed like a 12 volt problem. That's what it is. So it may just be the defective battery. I'm going to leave this in the front because chances are they're going to need to open this back again anyway. And we show that we have 14 volts, which means the low voltage charging system is working. But I'll bet if I turn this off, does it stay on? Hold on. Wait a minute. Jordan Rose, major shout out to you, man. Major shout out to you, man. Excellent videos that you put out there for those of us that could potentially be stranded in one of these. If you've got a booster pack and you just got stranded in this car, you're safe now, at least for a while, because the booster pack is no longer on, and it looks like all my warning lights are gone now. Yeah. Okay. So it starts right back up again without any warnings this time. I see no warning. Says vehicle's ready to drive. She's ready to go. So we literally went from bricked to able to drive this vehicle again within the same video. Don't ask me how all this works. I don't know. I know that right now I'm happy. This looks like something that should be a relatively easy fix for the dealership. I mean, we were able to basically get this car from bricked to running and being able to drive again in the same video. So we'll wait for the tow truck. I'm still gonna have it towed. I don't trust it with all the different lights that have been on, and I'm not gonna mess with it. We've already got a tow truck on the way. Let's let them come get it. Let's let the dealership take a look at it, and they can figure out what's going on. So unfortunately, I got a little too carried away with jump starting this thing, and I didn't watch the whole video. And you hear this humming? That's the coolant pumps. In his video, he is very specific, and he tells you once you jump it, don't start it. You have to turn the ignition on and let it set for 1 minute, and then shut it off, and then you can start it again. If you don't, it will cause the cooling pumps to go into some kind of a cycle where they will run continuously until the car is completely dead. So it helps to watch the whole video. And now these pumps are just going to run until the car is completely dead. So yet another set of problems. I should have finished watching the video. So if you're watching this video and you're like, uh-oh, what do I do? Well, don't do what I did. Jump it, turn the ignition on, do not start it, let it sit for a minute, and shut it off. Looks like we got ourselves a tow truck. So this is good. Boy, they were quick. McConnell's Towing. Never used them before, but they sure know what they're doing. This is the second one they've towed today. I'm hoping it still starts. And it does. Perfect. All right. We're gonna let them do what they do. Get this thing on the truck here. Thankfully, it runs, so it should be easy for them to get this thing on the truck. When you're closing this frunk, you gotta be gentle and easy with it. All right, let's get this thing on a tow truck and get it down to the dealer. Well, they got her up on there, man. She drove on there on her own. It probably would make it back to the dealer. I don't trust it, man. After having all those issues, turtle lights, a possible short in the 12-volt battery, no, man, there's no way. No way I'm going to chance trying to drive this thing like 25, 30 miles back to the city. I'm going to let them take it, and we're going to hop in something more reliable, my old Cadillac Escalade, because I have no doubt that that one's going to make it with no issues at all. We'll just watch them finish load this thing up, man. I love tow trucks. I miss mine. Mine wasn't quite this big, but it was nice having my own rollback that I could load a car up on and just drag it down the road, you know what I mean? All right, well, this is about... Uh-oh. Don't you hate it when that happens? She's gonna fight it every step of the way, man. Guess what, old girl? You're going to the dealer whether you like it or not. So again, shout out to McConnell's Towing, man. They got here quick. They got it done. Down the road she goes, man. Maybe she won't come back again. I don't know. I'll be honest with you, even I'm starting to get a little impatient with this car, man. That's crazy to have a brand new car with less than 3,000 miles and literally leaves you stranded. I had things to do today, and obviously those plans have now changed. So I guess we're gonna get down to the dealership. I got some paperwork to sign, and we'll meet the car over there. All right, so we made it back to the dealership, and the car is dropped off. The tow truck is still sitting over there for McConnell's. The car is sitting right around the corner. I talked to the tech that's gonna be working on it, and I gave him my good buddy Jordan Rose's phone number. So hopefully, if he has any questions, if he has any issues, I'm sure he's completely capable and competent. I'm not saying that he's not. I'm just saying Jordan knows these cars pretty damn well. So if he's got any issues, he's got the phone number. You can absolutely get a hold of him. He'll help him, you know, get my car going in. They said they don't anticipate this taking too awful long, and they showed me what happened to the window. Why the window isn't adjusted on the passenger side. I'm going to kind of try to illustrate this for you guys here in a really rough kind of way, but this Escalade just never ceases to fail. Always ready to go. So the regulator's bolted in two spots. This spot where there's a big gear has fallen off, and that's what was rolling around in the door. It was a giant gear. So my entire window and regulator assembly is held in with one bolt on this side. So obviously the glass is going to sit crooked like this or like this. It's one way or the other, but it's sitting crooked one direction or the other. It cannot be adjusted because the regulator is literally broken from the factory. So they got the new regulator in. They're going to take care of that. They're also going to take care of the window tint. They got scratched. They're going to take care of adjusting the window. And then we had another issue that I totally forgot about that cropped up the other day. The seat in that car, whenever you pull the strap, it's a two-seater car. So you have to pull a strap in the back. The seat goes forward, and it's motorized, and it goes forward. When you lean the seat back again, the seat's supposed to motorize, it goes backwards using the motor. You know what I mean? Well, here's what happens. When you pull the strap and the seat goes forward, the motor pushes it forward, and then when the passenger in the back is ready to get out, it just goes backwards again. Like as soon as the seat reaches the end of its track, it just turns around and goes backwards, basically leaving the person in the back seat totally stuck. So they're going to take care of that too. They're going to check the 12-volt battery for a short. They also believe it's going to be something to do with that 12-volt battery because the car starts and is running again now. So with that, there's not much else we can do here, but I want to give a big shout out to everybody over here at David Stanley, Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram, across from Tinker Air Force Base in Midwest City. Despite all of the problems, it's important to remember that it's not the dealership's fault that I got a Ram that was broken. It's not the dealership's fault that I've got a Dodge Charger that is broken. The dealer has no control over that. They get the cars that they get, and then whatever happens to them, if they break, that's all warranty. Remember, guys, this is Stellantis that builds these cars. This dealership didn't buy these cars knowing that there's something wrong with them. They buy in bulk. They buy a ton of cars. They sell a ton of cars. So you're not going to see me sitting here crying and complaining about the dealership selling cars that they were given from the manufacturer. It's not their fault, and I'm thankful that they go out of their way to take care of me. So if you guys ever need anything, come check out David Stanley, Chrysler Jeep Dodge in Midwest City. Their new car dealership right here across from Tinker Air Force Base. Used car dealership, where, by the way, my Ram is sitting over there fixed, I might add. My Ram is fixed. There's nothing wrong with it. It is sitting over there in the used car dealership as well. Special shout out to, I think the gentleman's name, the tech that's working on my car, I think his name is Ethan. That's Tony's son. Of course, a shout out to Tony. He's always here helping me. And Caitlin, the best damn service advisor I have ever had in my life. Guys, if you ever need anything, stop by and see these people. Tell them Randy sent you from Auto Auction Rebuilds on YouTube. With that, let's come back when the car is done. Well, I was hoping I wasn't gonna have to make this video until my Scat Pack was back in the driveway, but as you can see, it's not. Instead, we have trusty old reliable, cheap $8,000 Cadillac Escalade sitting in the driveway, and of course my fiance's 2022 Ford Mustang GT that I bought for her, I don't know, 2 or 3 years ago. Before I finish up this video though, I had some people commenting. People are kind of nasty and hateful in the comment section, and I'll be honest with you, I've been getting a little bit nasty right back at them. But I had some people saying that I was trying to flex because I had a watch on that apparently someone thought was $25,000 the other day, and it wasn't. I don't own a $25,000 watch, but even if I did, I think that's my business, and if that's what I want to spend my money on, that's fine. But I was wearing my my Rolex Submariner. It's the bluesy, the gold and blue and stainless, and it's about a $10,000 watch. It's not cheap, but it surely isn't, you know, the most expensive watch money can buy by any stretch of the imagination. And watches are just one of those things that personally I enjoy spending my money on. I like having them, I like wearing them, and they're also a really good investment as well. Name brand watches tend to, you know, hold their value pretty well as long as you don't destroy them, unlike cars. And the comment was, I'm wearing an expensive watch, but I couldn't afford to finish paving my driveway. It would only cost $6,000 if I would just finish my driveway. And I wanted to address that because even though this was one comment out of hundreds, it's a comment that I actually see quite often, and not necessarily about what watch I'm wearing, but it's about my lack of a finished driveway. And a lot of times people get upset because they can see my driveway is cracking over here. And I'll be the first to admit, it's kind of embarrassing, but I built this house 3 years ago, I believe. This house should be about 3 years old. And when we first moved here, the trucks that had been doing our storm shelter, they installed a storm shelter in the garage there. The trucks backed up onto this pad and they actually shattered it. So this used to all match, and they had to replace this and fix it. This section of the driveway came with the house. All right, so just be aware. We did not, I mean, we paid for the driveway because we paid for the entire home, but the driveway ended here. This is how all of the houses in this subdivision come. And believe it or not, this is an HOA. I know it's difficult for me to accept too, but this is an HOA, and this is how all the houses out here were built. They all have the same driveway. It ends right here, and the rest of it is gravel. And if you notice, you look out into my neighborhood, and every driveway is the same, unless one of the people decided to pay to extend their driveway after they purchased the house. It's all the same. And if you look out here, this entire road is all gravel. And that's the entire subdivision. Why did they make it this way? Why did they put brand new houses in a brand new subdivision and make it all gravel? I don't know. Maybe they're just cheap. But anyway, I assure you that if I wanted to spend $6,000, and I would pay the rest to have all of this ripped out, because they obviously did a really bad job on the pour here, but I would have all of this ripped out, and I'd love to finish my driveway. Wouldn't be a problem at all. But to me, it doesn't make any sense, even if it is only $6,000, to extend my driveway all the way out to the road so we can continue it right back to gravel and dirt. So now that I've addressed the many comments that I've gotten on my driveway, or lack thereof, and the guy yesterday that had a problem with the watch that I had chosen to wear in my video, let's get to the meat of the rest of this video, which is my Scat Pack is missing. It has been almost a week since I filmed the other portion of that video, and unfortunately, they still don't have an answer for me. In fact, they have been keeping in touch with me, which is nice, but as of right now, they're not entirely sure what the problem is. The battery they thought might have a short in it. Now they're thinking the battery's fine, but now they're saying there's a CAN bus issue. There's some kind of fault somewhere in the communication system of the car, and as I was told today, they don't really know what to do about it. So this is bad news. This is really, I am trying so hard to stay positive and to stay excited about this car, but at this point, I know a week isn't really a whole lot of time in the big scheme of things, but you have to understand, I am paying monthly for this car, and right now, 1/4 of the month, I have not had my car, but I still have to pay for it. I also don't have a loaner car. I'm literally driving my Escalade as my daily driver. Speaking of the Escalade, a lot of you have asked me if I was going to do a review video of it, because I never did one, and I plan on it. I've got about 1,675 miles on it. I'm kind of waiting until I get a little bit closer to the 2,000 mile mark. And I think once I put 2,000 miles on it, I'll feel very confident in coming out with a dedicated review video of my very cheap, relatively low mileage 2008 Cadillac Escalade. In my opinion, the best Escalades ever made. The last of the good Escalades ever to be produced, because they didn't have the infamous displacement on demand / active fuel management issues, cam problems, lifter failures, major transmission problems. The GMT 800s and 900s are literally the best that Escalade would probably ever be, in my personal opinion, and we'll come back to that in another video. But to finish this off, yeah, my Scat Pack is still broken, and at this point, they're, I guess, waiting to hear back from Stellantis on what they need to do next, and my car is literally sitting out in kind of the dead car field where they keep all the other broken cars. So I'm literally now paying for a car that I don't have. I did not get a loaner car. I could have. I want to make that clear. They offered me a rental car, but it's like I have 13 cars at the other house. I've got 2 cars here. I really don't need one, but at the same time, I'm kind of sitting here scratching my head going, wait a minute. I'm literally racking up miles on my own cars when I could be racking up miles on somebody else's and it not costing me anything at all. Maybe I should have taken the rental car, but I did not expect this process to take so long. I thought there was going to be maybe just another software update or something, or maybe they needed to replace the battery or something. I didn't think it would take that long to replace the battery either, because with Tesla, if you take your car in, granted it can take a while to get an appointment, but I've actually gone to Tesla and I've had to have work done on a battery removal. My last Model S, I ended up having to have a new drive motor put in it. The large drive unit had to be replaced. It only took a few days. And then I had to have the battery pulled out to replace a pyro fuse, and they had that done in like a day. Literally, the battery was out of the car, pyro fuse replaced, battery replaced into the car, and down the road it went. So I was thinking, this should be quick and easy. No, apparently not. I am trying to love this car, and I'll be perfectly honest and upfront with you. I do love the car. I enjoy it, mainly because it's different. It's not a Tesla. I still love Tesla. In fact, I'm actually online right now considering, never mind. Well, I'm thinking about buying another one. I'm thinking about buying a Model 3 Performance. I just can't decide if I want to buy something a little older that's cheaper, or if I want to spend the money and buy something, you know, relatively new, like a 2024 refresh model or newer, or if I just want to not do it at all. I'm really trying not to buy one at all because I love the Scat Pack. It's different. You don't see very many of them because not very many of them were made, and even less of them are out on the road. It's a unique car that's a lot of fun to drive, in my opinion. And I want to give a shout out to Mod to Fame. Go check him out because he just did what I thought was a really, really good kind of rebuttal video against some YouTubers that have been outspoken on the Charger EV. They've had a lot of things to say about them, and whatever. To each their own. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. You guys are going to drop your opinions down below, and as long as you're respectful and try to be decent, it's fine. I don't have a problem with opinions that vary from mine. It's just when people get nasty and ugly, and lately I've been seeing so many ugly, hateful comments that it's kind of gotten me in my feelings a little bit. I'm not going to lie. And, you know, if you snap at me, expect me to snap back at you. And what I think is hilarious is when I do snap back and I hurt somebody else's feelings, well, then they have the nerve to tell me what a horrible person I am and I'm an awful YouTuber and nobody's ever talked to them that way before. And it's like, you come at me with respect, I give you respect. I don't give respect to people that don't deserve it. You have to remember something, respect is earned. Okay, you come at me sideways, I'm coming back at you sideways, and I'm probably going to hurt your feelings because I got a lifetime of experience hurting people's feelings. So I think you should really go check out Mod to Fame's latest video, and then Jordan came out with another video as well. He's the Mopar tech that's been making YouTube videos. He's working on, in fact, he just finished working on Hellcat Honey's Dodge Charger Scat Pack as well. She was having some very similar problems, issues to what I'm having on mine. And I think he did a really, really good job and detailed job of showing you the inside look of what these Dodge dealers and techs are having to deal with when these cars come in. He takes you through the whole procedure of bringing the car in, figuring out what's wrong with it, and fixing it. Like, honestly, amazing video. I'm going to put a link to him below too. So go check out Mod to Fame and go check out Jordan as well. I had to run in the house just so I can make sure that I got his latest video, but here it is right here. I highly recommend you go check it out. I'm going to link him and Mod to Fame down below. Jordan has been a huge help in the Mopar community relating to these electric Dodge Chargers. So I want to give a big shout out and special thank you to Jordan for you know, helping me as well as helping everybody else that are early adopters of this new Dodge Charger. Again, you know, I do want to stay positive with the car. I'm trying to enjoy it. In fact, I've got some things planned. I'd love to go have some fun with this car if we could get it back. And that's right now the big issue. If we could get it back, I am looking forward to trying to take it on probably about a 3,000-mile road trip where I would like to go to the Outer Banks and maybe meet up with Jordan Rose. And I haven't discussed any of this with Mod to Fame yet, but he seems to like racing. And I have never raced at a track in my life. And I thought, he's got some fast cars. And I thought, wouldn't it be fun, even though I'm going to lose my ass, it'd still be fun just to go and race, just for a good time, make some video content, you know, maybe racing my electric Dodge Charger against his Hellcat, just for fun. And maybe we could get Jordan out there too, and maybe he could race his Scat Pack. We could have a blast out there, make some great content, and I could see what it's like to actually try to drive my car once it's totally fixed, literally the distance that would equal to driving across the United States of America. My phone is literally playing YouTube right now. Let's stop that. But I can't do any of this fun content because my car is broken and sitting in the back lot of the dealership completely broken. So I'm going to go ahead and get this video posted for you guys today, just so you know where we're at now is the 20th of May 2025. So this video is literally coming out tomorrow for you guys, so you're updated. Just stay tuned because this could take a while. I mean, my car could be done in a few days. My car could be stuck for a week or two or more. Nobody has any information as to how long this is going to take to get resolved. So the next update we'll post it as soon as I find something out. I'm highly frustrated at this point because this goes beyond just taking the car to the dealership, needing to leave it for a few hours for an update. Now we're actually starting to rack up real time that I'm having to live without a car that I just bought. This is brand new. This is a brand new car that I want to be out driving and enjoying, and instead I'm riding around in my old Escalade while I'm still paying for this car. So now we are getting beyond just, okay, it's new, it needs a little bit of work. Now we're getting into, this is really frustrating. And this is actually starting to piss me off now. And I'm starting to actually not like the car anymore, because what good is having a car if it's not reliable and you can't use it? Now, thankfully, I've got a ton of cars. I can drive anything I want any day of the week. So I'm not limited and I'm not stuck. But at the same time, if I was a person that was like, man, you know, this is my first car, maybe this is my first new car, and I go out and I'm like, oh, I'm going to buy this. I love this car and I'm going to buy it. And then you end up stuck and broken down and your car is unreliable. You can't trust it. Could you imagine putting like your wife or putting your kids in something like this, sending them out or sending them to college or something, you know, and the car is literally always broken, always sitting in a dealership, and you never know if you're going to make it to the next destination or not? This is no good. So Dodge, Stellantis, I'm literally talking to you now. I'm looking at you and I'm telling you, this car, you made some very serious mistakes. And even me at this point, who's been really trying to see the good in this car, I am starting to have questions about it myself. And we'll see where we go from here. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this kind of negative video. I did not enjoy making it. I don't want to make negative videos about this car. I really want to show you guys that this car is fixed and that we can drive it and utilize it as a car should be used and enjoy it. That's the kind of video content that I want to bring you guys on this car. There's nothing I can do about it. The car is not allowing me to do this. So if you enjoy this type of content, hit the thumbs up button and let me know. Consider subscribing to the channel if you're not already subscribed. And until next time, stay safe out there, everybody. I look forward to seeing you all again very soon in the next one.